bring
Oh, this already has some stuff.
apples?
10 years ago, Gabby and Scott Dannemiller quit their corporate jobs and moved to Guatemala. For a year, they lived in poverty and helped others. When they came back to the States, their attitude about material things had completely changed.
That first year back was really rough in that way. Like, we literally got into an argument about whether or not we should buy Scotch tape or not.
But time has passed, and the memories of Guatemala have faded.
But I don't even look like a chicken.
The Dannemillers now have 2 kids. They're a typical middle-class suburban family. They have everything they need, and then some. And that's exactly what started to bother them.
We're thinking, how can we get back into that mindset where we're realizing that we have more than we need, and we need to focus on what's important, which is just connecting with each other rather than just connecting with stuff.
I got room for another free ranger.
So on January 1st, they decided to go a whole year without buying anything they don't absolutely need. That means no clothes, no magazines, no power tools or flower pots or iPads or anything else we like to convince ourselves we have to have. As soon as the year began, they realized their plan was going to be at least a little tougher than they'd thought.
I think as soon as we started in January, things started breaking in the house right away.
First, their toaster died, then their son's backpack fell apart. After that, Scott's travel suitcase busted a wheel, forcing him to take a spare on business trips. A spare that was lavender. Embarrassing, yes. Life-threatening, no.
One of the things we have to be really conscious of is not making it out like it's a big deal, because really it's not. Maybe to our peers it is, but the reality is there are a lot of people that don't have the things we have and can't do the things we can do.
It was one thing for Scott and Gabby to decide to buy nothing for themselves for a year. What everyone wanted to know about was the kids. How would they react to their parents' radical decision to go an entire year without buying any presents or any toys?
We haven't told the kids, but they don't even seem to notice.
Just a few months into the year, Gabby and Scott have realized that their kids probably don't need most of the stuff we convince ourselves they have to have in order to be happy. They've been humbled by the generosity of friends who've offered toaster and suitcase loans, and they're discovering that too much stuff just takes us away from each other.
Our personal reason for doing it is to try to change our lives for the better, to figure out a way where we can be more meaningful relationships with each other and with our friends.
Scott says once this year is over, he'll think twice before buying something new.
Is this really something I need, and is this going to add value to my life, or is this just going to be one more thing that I got to put more time and effort into maintaining, taking care of, and that takes me away from the things that are important.
And that's a lesson more of us could probably stand to learn. For CafeMom, I'm Lindsay Ferrier.